Okay, thank you. So welcome members, welcome back. Happy New Year to you all. I'd just like to remind you that this meeting is being broadcast online and throughout Parliament buildings, and I'd welcome anybody watching online today. Just to remind you to please make sure your mobile phone's muted and that no recording or photography of the meeting is allowed. So if members are content, I'll proceed. Okay, so we have apologies from Claire Sumpton. I think we're still waiting for Philip Brett and Sinead McLaughlin, but I think they are due shortly. Okay, members, item 2, declarations of interest. Have members any declaration of interest in relation to this meeting to declare? No? Okay. Okay, members, so chairperson's business, there aren't any items this week. And in terms of the draft minutes, item 4 there, just to advise that the draft minutes from our meeting on the 10th of December will be considered at our meeting next week on Wednesday the 14th of January. So there are no matters arising. So members, I'm just going to seek your agreement now to go into closed session. Okay, thank you. So we're back in open session. So we had a conversation there around the status of the amendments that we were expecting from the Executive Office officials. And we were due to do an informal clause by clause discussion and agreement today, but obviously without the 10 amendments that we were expecting from the department, it wasn't right that we would proceed with not all the information in front of us, obviously not knowing what the wording of those clauses would be. So there are a number of actions that we agreed. The first one was that we would write to the Executive Office. The clerk's going to circulate a draft letter in advance for committee agreement, but that would go as soon as possible, with a view to asking the department to come back to us by close of business tomorrow, and with an outline of what the status of those amendments are. If or whatever, depending on the outcome of the response from the Executive Office, there was a further agreement then that if we felt that we didn't have the information or the assurance and comfort that these were forthcoming, that we would then instruct the bill clerk to draft these amendments as per the department's indication at our meeting on the I think it was 20th of November. So those two were put to the vote. Should we put that to the vote?
No, I think just propose and agree.
Okay, so they were both agreed by everyone, no dissent. No. And then the third action that was agreed was that we would postpone our meeting on Thursday the 8th of January to arrange a further meeting on Monday the 19th of January to allow the committee to complete its formal clause by clause process. So the fundamental sort of the beef of the piece of work will be next Wednesday in closed session, when we will do our informal clause by clause process. But that's the plan of action at the minute, and I think members are all content with that. Okay, members, just to draw the meeting to a close then, our next meeting will be next Wednesday the 14th at 2 p.m. in room 30. The meeting is adjourned.